Alright guys, Conceptual BJJ, we're going to be talking about controlling mount and using attacks to control, so they're not worried about, or they're more worried about defending than they are trying to escape mount control. So a few points, if I'm in mount with John here, like this. So mount, I have both legs over him, I'm on top like this. An important thing is I want to sit my hips back. So if my hips are kind of like, a lot of people do this, you can be like this, but if he frames on my hips and he can start to bridge and escape my hips a little bit easier, I think, when my hips are down. So what I would like to do is I squeeze my knees together and I put my hips back. I actually push into the floor and drive my hips back. So if John tries to push me back or do anything here, it's like pretty hard to get off. If he tries to get inside a knee elbow escape, it's very hard. And so what John wants to do is he wants to start skidding on his side. A lot of times, getting one leg flat and start to trap me in half guard, right? So for all that to happen, he has to get on his side. So something that I want to do is as he's addressing my leg here, right? I'm going to start putting in a punch choke here. And this is not a super high percentage choke, right? Like you won't finish a lot of people with this unless you catch them really quick. Like you can finish people, but what's going to happen is most likely as he's going to my leg, he sees this, he's going to start defending his neck. And then now I can start working under his arms and start working your attacks, whether it's a side choke, arm locks, smother taps, all your offensive game. But I mainly want to get him focused on defense, right? So if I can, I like to control their hands so they can't push on my hips right away. So if John starts pushing on my hip, I usually going to take like a cross grip, thumb up with my elbow on my hip so I can use my weight to open his hand up to the floor. And now it's going to be much harder for him to escape with one hand here, right? Like I can start raising it up. I can start putting my fist to the floor and start being able to control him from this position here. So rather than just hugging the head, I also like to address the hands because some guys are really strong and they push their hip and they start escaping, right? And it can be really hard. So the moment he starts addressing this, I actually sit back. I'm going to start pinning a hand to the floor here. So if we can come back so you can see a little bit. This. I'm going to start attacking his hands first. So I'm not just going to sit here and hold on. So as he's going to be trying to push me off, I'm going to start gripping his hands and taking them off my body. The easiest way to do that is with a cross grip. With this same side, I can't really open his hand with this one. It's much harder. So that's why I'm going to go on the inside and cross grip, and I'll use all my body weight to drive it to the mat. And now it's going to be much harder to escape just with this with one arm. And he has to worry about Americanas, finishes like this where he's going to be having to defend this now. A lot of times he'll turn in, defend, and now I have like this other side for unlock opportunities, right? So in reality, we just want to be attacking, whether it's his hands, planting a hand on the mat so he can't defend, or attacking his neck. So either way, let's say maybe I can't get to his hands, I'm just going to start sliding under the jaw, putting pressure. This makes his hand come up. And now I can start feeding under for underhooks. I always want to start opening up this space. His arms are up here. He can't really defend my hips, right? So that's why I like to come in, start working underhooks, and raising his arms above his head. And we'll talk about this more in another video about specific attacks that you can do here. But in this video, I just want to give you guys a general idea of attacking. So we're controlling his hands, keeping all the time from both hands pushing off of us. We're attacking the neck. If we can't get to the hands, he starts getting on his side here. You can start using a pinky to slide across and start grabbing his shoulder and putting your elbow down to the mat to where now he's forced to defend, right? And so now he's on the defensive and we can start working under hooks. We can also use punch chokes to where I grab around and I use my pinky in the soft part of his neck. I grab my wrist and then now we can even submit from here. We grab in. We'll show all these like submissions like on a different video of these setups, but in this video I just wanted to get you guys used to the concept of attacking. We're attacking his hands, we're attacking his neck, whatever's available, and you'll have a lot easier time controlling mount. All right, guys, attacking is some of the best ways, or one of the best ways to keep your opponent from defending. So remember, even if you don't think you're going to submit the guy, you're not going to submit the guy usually with a forearm choke or something like this, but you're going to get the guy reacted to where now he's focused on defending instead of escaping, and that's the idea. You want to constantly be attacking them, even if they're not going to be a full-on submission, to keep your opponent from thinking about escape attempts or being able to escape easy, if that makes sense. All right, guys, we'll talk about some more principles in the next video, some more submission attacks coming soon and everything. Let us know what you guys would like to see, and we'll try to create at least create a video on that topic. See you guys in the next few videos. Hope you guys have a great day.